Hey, so 2 months ago, I was sitting at this coffee shop and something bizarre happened. 7 different people came up to start conversations with me. The weird part? I wasn't doing anything special, or at least, I thought I wasn't. But I had accidentally developed this one strange habit that was basically making me a people magnet. And no, it's not about smiling more or just being confident. See, for the longest time, I was that person who'd walk into a room and somehow become invisible. You know that feeling, right? Where everyone else seems to be having these effortless conversations, and you're just there. That was me, every single time. But then I noticed something really interesting about this one guy at my workplace. Let's call him Mike. Everyone loved talking to Mike, but he wasn't particularly funny or charismatic or even that outgoing. In fact, he did this one thing that most people would consider kind of weird. So I started watching him more closely, and that's when I realized Mike had this unusual habit of purposely leaving things unfinished. I know, sounds strange, right? But hear me out. When Mike would organize his desk, he'd leave one thing slightly out of place. When he'd tell a story, he'd leave out one small detail, and people would naturally want to complete things. They'd be drawn into his space, his conversations, his world. So I tried it, but not in the way you might think. The first time I used this technique at a party, something completely unexpected happened. And it taught me the real reason why this weird habit works so well. See, our brains are wired to seek completion. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. When things are unfinished, they take up mental space. And here's the fascinating part. This creates a subtle psychological bridge between you and the other person. But there was one major mistake I made when first trying this out, and it actually made people want to avoid me for a week. The key isn't just leaving things unfinished. It's about creating what I call invitation spaces. Small, subtle opportunities for others to naturally want to step into your world. Let me show you the 3 ways I do this now. And the most powerful way to use this? It's something I discovered by complete accident last week, and it works especially well in professional settings. Look, I know this might sound like a strange psychological hack, but it's really about understanding how human connection naturally works. Try it once, just once, and watch what happens. And hey, if you want to know the advanced version of this technique, let me know in the comments if you've ever noticed this working in your own life. Oh, and about that accident I mentioned earlier, well, maybe that's a story for another video. If you found this interesting, hit subscribe for more insights like this. And if you want to learn the other weird social habits that actually work, check out my other videos. Trust me, you will love this.